supposed to, but not everyone.
The stream has begun.
Yeah.
Say that again?
No.
I was talking to Rock.
I forget. Oh, I was just saying that most of the pictures in the thing were put down by Cuboid without asking anyone, so most of them are not actually how anyone looks like, except for Winnie and Sasha. Oh, and Strike, I guess, because that's a
Yeah.
more recent addition. You're in Cuboid. So everyone else, like, don't rely on what it looks like.
Did Cuboid say if he was or wasn't going to be here?
He's not online, and he hasn't said anything recently.
Use this XM75.
Robot character for someone who joined in and then now needs to work on Sundays.
Oh.
Should probably archive the character.
Just keep it on, so if ever he can do like a little one-shot return.
Yeah, archive.
He,
Yeah, archive.
he is canonically in storage. Like he's the blue dot on the map.
Alright, so how many skill points have gone into the world?
2 is how many Strike has gotten, I know.
Oh,
So for a full game, it's probably like 4.
okay. I'm going to start recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recording.
You did it.
Yeah, I think there's
Thank you.
4 skill points in the world.
Alright, and Paulina has 4 refresh right now. Alright, so
That's okay. So that's session 8.
I say we just bum provoke all the way to good. All the way to great.
all the way to superb.
There you go. That's the one
All
thing
the
that
way to
happens.
legendary.
There we go. Provoke at 5. Done.
You literally could.
Well,
I mean, who's the ship mechanic? I feel like they should be deciding.
Polaris is the ship mechanic, but if you ask me,
Well, Jazz
The
is
guy
the ship
who-
mechanic.
oh fine.
Yeah.
Oh yes, right. So Jazz, what do you think we should do with SS Paulina? This is a very appropriate piece of music.
Provoke to 5, right?
No,
No.
I think shoot or maybe physique would be a good
Let
idea.
me undo that change so you can see it in its natural state.
I think upping its computer would be appropriate.
I think downing its computer would be appropriate.
We rely on its
true.
computer skill to
Wait,
heal, so-
Actually, just recently we upgraded, we installed a bunch of new hard drives. So thematically, upgrading something like computers or something like this would be a really good idea.
Or put all of the skill points into shoot and just buy a really big gun.
Thank you, the DM. You can't
Double
choose.
finger guns, yes.
Give the ship arms that have hands that shoot from the fingers.
But we already have.
Well, with the way we set things up, if we want to buy a really big gun, wouldn't upgrading physique make more sense?
I mean, that would be a good idea, and possibly, maybe, we could also get Paulina something like a tractor beam that uses shoot for, well, to pull stuff into the ship.
You really stuck in this tractor beam idea. I remember this being brought up last.
I promised to give her a tractor beam, and Sasha starts tearing up again.
I mean, if she has level up, like that just can be a new stun for her, though.
That's
yes,
true.
yes, along with the upgrade.
Why is your
So,
empathy?
so what do you say, Ralph? since Jazz is the ship's mechanic, I think you getting the final say is a really good idea.
Or more specifically, Jazz. What does Jazz think the ship should have?
Sick ass paint job.
Trying to figure out like what skills the ship uses.
Well, we don't really use
Computer.
the ship for much.
Yes.
It's basically
She
the
uses
only thing that you use it for.
Yes, because computers is used for the med bay.
We should give it +4 magic.
That's
You literally could. That would be weird, but you could do it.
I feel like be a waste though, because we already got powerful magicians.
Can you make
Yeah.
a
On the other
spell?
hand, on the other hand, a ship kind of like imagine like Star Trek style or Star Wars space combat, except suddenly a ship appears. It has hands. It casts fireball. The Death Star is ablaze.
Give the ship a sword if it has arms.
But on the other hand, a ship that is as powerful a mage as Winnie that doesn't like you
Which
That's
will
the tractor
blow
beam.
up
That's
first.
the tractor beam right
actively
there.
tried to kill you before.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to brag. You have been transformed into a toad. Behave.
Yeah,
If you-
that was the Hearthstone card.
If you
Also, toads are not allowed on this ship. I vent you all. Goodbye.
oh man, or a cockroach being turned into a toad, it'd be a life crisis. If you did give it a paint job, I feel like that would be rapport.
like it's like Charm, but for other ships. I love this idea. I mean,
The other ships don't wanna shoot at the
from the technical point of view, this you could give her a paint job that improves the echolocation, things that kind of like remove what is that? Interference. But from the story paint job,
Oh,
it
you can
basically,
remove the dubstep
other ships like you
interference.
more. I'm sorry. I just really love all these ideas. So Ralph,
Computer would probably be the smartest thing to upgrade. Magic would be interesting.
You want to go for smart or interesting?
okay. What if we all give several ideas and make an in-game contest for this? Basically, something like arguing until the loudest or the best argued idea wins. in
Strike's
character.
Strike's in-character suggestion for improving the ship would be more ventilation.
Paulina agrees. More accessible ventilation to the outside to send you out of.
Strike's been keeping the ship clean. What is she complaining about?
Yeah, but
on
you
the
guys
other
are also
hand-
dirtying it.
Yes. On the other hand, there are all these excessive things like atmosphere, biological particles, the dust. Oh God, the dust! If only
Strike
there was a
doesn't
way
make
to
dust.
keep it off the ship.
Strike doesn't make dust. He just makes extra, extra skins that he sheds and then eats it. So he doesn't leave a mess. Oddly enough,
other
Strike is probably the cleanest member of the crew.
On the other end of the spectrum, there's Winnie.
Hey, I maybe don't have fleas.
No, I mean you shed. Sasha's actually angry at you so much because he went into his private quarters and saw a wooden shed on his bed that you've literally shed off. Basically went there, scratched, pop goes a wooden shed. Painted red.
Wooden shed painted red.
Yes.
Assembly not included.
So yeah, that in character, that is Stork's suggestion. And Stork's tone of voice will not raise above conversation level.
So
I don't
Sasha
think-
basically goes, wait. All right. Now, so Jazz and Sasha records Jazz's opinion, which is to raise computers.
Or magic, or both.
You
We could,
could
like-
raise
Alright.
computer to 5 and gain magic,
Yeah.
and then not be able to
Right.
use it.
All right. Sroik's proposal is to add more vents.
Increased ventilation access, yeah.
Actually, could we add venting
you
or something
do
like this, like a skill?
Have a stunt. At least one
Yes,
that you
we-
can add in.
Yeah.
Yes, we can go for stunt. Okay. Milk, first of all, Milk, how is your new leg doing?
Well, we'll find out that later, after all this is done. And regarding Paulina's upgrade, the new, more calmer version of Milk doesn't really have an opinion on that, and recesses from voting.
And I don't think Winnie really has any particular suggestion to add.
I like the idea of there being an in-character vote on how this completely abstracted enhancement system is going to go.
We just not like it. All it's representing is how often we decide to upgrade the ship. Like we can do it anytime. We just don't
Yes.
ever.
And Sasha basically is all on for upgrading the chute by installing a new gun and upgrading the gun with the tractor beam.
You did just get like 14 million new sources of resources.
And says Paulina, what would be your opinion on this?
Let's go find out what kind of mood Paulina's in.
Oh no, what have I done?
Well, we gotta be careful. If we give her craft, then she can just upgrade
Oh.
herself later on.
Oh man, making
Okay,
me
judging
work.
by- judging by
Mildly
your
creative.
Wait,
But only mildly.
Oh, mildly creative. Okay.
Wildly
So-
creative. So
Oh.
I'm interpreting that as something not already there. What would burglar? Oh, I guess she already has burglary.
It's
I would
burgling
suggest a
through
more
the-
middling approach.
Which is?
My stealth capabilities are meant to be my major feature.
It's true.
Yes.
I would suggest improving stealth, a computer twice. That's the end of the sentence. Her creativity stopped.
So at this point, like, okay, at this point, this ship is modular, and it literally has like this screen somewhere on the ship.
Well,
That's how the
we
upgrading
do-
works.
I mean, we do have the list of the ship's capabilities, and we can print components, so to say. And the ship keeps herself in perfect shape. She takes care of herself. She improves herself before meeting any new planet. When other ships pass by, she even blushes. She hopes they notice them. I mean, that's the kind of the ship we're flying in.
What?
Well, depends what you roll, actually.
What's happening? I spaced out and suddenly we're flirting with the ship. What's going on?
No,
No, the ship is
flirting.
flirting with us.
Actually, another opinion, but that would be out of character, would be to make the ship's personality more predictable. Basically, instead of having a single option, the GM could roll 3 options and give the person who interacts with her a choice.
Or give
Depending,
someone else that she's then the person interacting your choice.
Yeah, but if there would be something like a chance to determine to introduce less randomness into the thing, well, like discover a mood rather than get a random mood, that would be nicer, I think.
Strike will.
Discover a mood.
I mean, yes.
That sounds
Strike-
wonderful.
Strike will interject, like, not my preference, but it seems like the best thing for the mission would be to improve investigate. If we are, in fact, trying to learn things about the universe and the planets within them.
On the other hand, the ship is already really good with all the things, and we have a lot of perfectly capable investigators on board, which is actually our job. It's us who should investigate, not the ship.
Strike doesn't push the issue.
So let's vote in game. So basically, here are the options in the Discord chat. What would be your votes?
Alright, and I'm going to
Strike
look into what...
In character, Milk has moved out of the conversation by now.
I'm going to look into what.
Actually, Strike probably wouldn't vote at all, given anti-civilized. He doesn't participate in civilized arrangements.
Milk, have you used all of your skill points?
I think so, yeah.
Then
So-
there are only 3 skill points.
Which means
3 is less than 4.
That's true.
so. You mean Milk has an unused skill point?
It's possible I might have missed one due to a session I missed, though.
Yes, that's likely possibility.
I mean, if you're saying I have an extra skill point, I'll use it.
Jazz has also used 3.
Strike is
It's
used
possible
too.
that I got mixed up and like stored a skill point but didn't realize I did.
I think Sasha only used 2 skill points.
You missed
Winnie
more
has
than
also
that.
No, I
used
haven't
3.
Okay, it
No, I
seems
haven't-
it's
Alright, I
3.
guess it's 3 then.
No, I
Yeah,
haven't
it's definitely
used
3.
any skill points so far because
So yes, thank you, Weimar, for pointing that out.
yes. I think I'll decide on upgrading Sasha a bit later on.
So we've only got 3 skill points to work with for upgrading the ship.
Only
Yeah.
3.
Okay. So yes, Strike's recommendation stays the same, but they abstain from voting.
Sasha thinks a little bit and says, "You know what? I think some better computers would really make the ship better. We want less hard drive failures next time."
Computer to +5.
No, I mean just
Stealth to
improving it
+5,
to-
computer to +4. Exactly what Paulina said.
Yeah, pretty much
Maybe
what
like
Jazz said.
computer to +4, magic to +1.
Conduct mild divinations, or
I think I'd vote for Paulina's option.
yeah,
Oh,
same.
what does the Babbler think?
Where?
And Strike hears that as
Bet me and give me food.
Yes.
Now, the question is, did we understand what Babbler Monster says?
only Strike does.
So what does Strike do about it?
Shrike doesn't realize that you guys don't understand the Babbler monster, so they make no effort to point out what they're saying.
That's in character.
Yeah.
Hey,
So yes, I suppose. Yes.
Fuse, can my box imp talk?
I forgot about that thing.
Don't forget about him.
Yeah,
Don't.
Angemal stole the spotlight, but Boxim definitely did the footwork.
It probably can. It doesn't, though.
That's fine.
Alright, so then I suppose we should let Paulina make the upgrade. In the meantime, Sasha goes into to where Milk is to check up on him.
And to make things easier, Paulina still doesn't have refresh and just gains 1 stunt.
Oh, that's nice.
So we can have
One
the
stunt.
tractor
Yes.
beam that way.
Yes.
It's a beam that throws
I mean,
tractors.
Yes, because if we space something, that means we could easily recover it.
Or, you could go with the Discover a Mood.
You know
So
what
what is
I think I think the latter is way more important in our case.
What does Discover a Mood do exactly?
Instead
Get
of me
3 random
generating
choices.
a mood, I generate
Yes.
3 moods, and you get to choose
Oh.
one.
It's very Hearthstone.
Because, in my opinion, firstly, this lets us laugh over the ridiculous situations without suffering through them.
It also has the
I-
added benefit of, you know what the mood is in advance.
Ah,
So, what's your opinion, everyone?
once again, Strikes abstains from voting, but
Out of character.
Discover a Mood sounds way more beneficial. Tractor
about
beam,
Hero?
Tractor beam sounds like a solution to situations that would be very fun to solve in other ways.
I don't think tractor beam would be used enough.
Just throw Sroik out of the ship on a rope. You got a tractor
On the
beam.
rope. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Sroik can
What about
fly
you, Raquel?
and can survive in space.
I don't think flying helps in space.
But being able to control yourself and without standing on the ground certainly provides you an advantage.
Yeah, I need
So
to.
what about you, Raquel?
I mean, it seems that the majority is pretty much for, and convinced me of Discover a Mood thing.
Same for me too.
Very well.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty much settled now.
Also, there are 3 things I want to do before we leave the planet.
I still feel like we should give her magic.
Actually, Paulina, how much time do we have to spend on this planet before we leave?
A week.
Is it like day 2? Yeah, it's day
Yeah,
2 still.
This is the end of day 2.
Oh crap!
You've got 5
Still
more
have-
days here.
And we still have some exploration to do.
Well, you
So,
can just
Sasha
chill on the
goes-
ship.
Yeah, so Sasha goes to Milk to check out, basically he goes in, he sees Milk sitting, laying, slumping. What's
It's
Milk do?
sitting.
So Sasha basically goes to Milk and goes, "Hey, how are you doing?"
I'm doing all right, all things considered.
So, Milk, how did
So
you get
Sasha-
there?
I walked.
Can you give me a lore roll? Also, everybody who was in the med bay.
That's me.
Lore roll. All right.
Me too, or does Sasha not count now?
Check out all my sweet lores.
Do you see my roll right now?
Yep. You rolled a
Which one is
3.
it? Okay.
Alright, Sasha, you have the common sense to know that impaling your leg with a large metal pole and then trying to walk on it would be a bad idea.
Well, that's why I put it there. It's to serve as a replacement temporarily.
Yeah, but when you put your full weight on a metal pole that you've just impaled through your leg,
Ow.
that's not going to go well.
So Sasha basically tells Milk, look, I know it might seem like a good idea to jab a metal pole into your leg, yeah, but we have plans for much better leg appliances.
Because I'm so
I mean, leg prosthetics that would let you walk normally without being in so much pain. They would even let you kick and even shoot from the leg if you wanted.
well,
Or at
I mean,
least support the metal pole in some way.
Yes.
A brace.
Yes, at least something like this.
all right, do what you need to do.
Just
Basically,
use magic to fuse the bone to the metal pole.
So you don't just impale yourself when trying to walk.
I'm just waiting for us to go to the next plan because, like, it's high tech and it has zombies, so I can either have it replaced with technology or grow a zombie one. Either or.
On
This
the
is a
other hand-
very
on the other
temporary
hand,
state.
On the other hand, we've just upgraded Paulina's computer, and Medbay uses computer.
Like, does Polino has nanotechnology to repair, like, regrow a limb?
Let's see.
All right.
Reminder that the medbay like two overhead tools are still eaten by Strike.
Well, those were
Surgical?
dentistry tools. It's all right.
They're what?
Dentistry, teeth
Were they?
mangling things.
Oh, they're using dentistry tools to try
For
and dissect.
mangling teeth. For that express purpose.
Sasha basically goes deep red and says, "Don't mention it. It was a stupid idea."
Also, Mayo, get rid of all those
Yes.
fate points.
Oh, can't you remove them yourself?
No.
All right.
You have to-
So,
you have
so
to-
okay. So Sasha is basically in the zone. He puts rubber gloves all over his two hands and over the telekinetic arm. He activates something, and the medbay lights flash anew as if getting a new life. And I'd like to spend how much? 14 fate points to make it successful.
Alright.
Actually, since I succeed in style, can we give Roka's new prosthetic, Milk's new prosthetic, some kind of a new
You spend
ability?
14 fate points, and you successfully make the medbay light up very brightly.
Ah! Everybody roll
Yay!
against flashbang damage, I suppose.
Alright, everybody resist a 28 shift hit. Don't.
resist the boogie attack. Unless if you don't resist, you start to boogie. Nah, that was a bad joke.
So should I do what I was going to do now?
Old Jazz is wearing sunglasses. They're fine.
Well, first I want to know, like, if Polino is rolling a medicine thing, computer thing,
Well, let me check
it's-
Paulina's mood.
right? And then we can go to your thing, Winnie. Like, gotta go by
Actually,
the order.
can we make the mode thing stunt effective immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your choices
So-
are satisfied, but many mistake it for being puzzled, lighthearted, or creative, which deliberately conceals being sulky.
I think creative would be a good idea in this
Oh, boy.
case.
Those are like beyond moves.
This is the generator I'm using.
I mean,
You
I'd
could
rather
basic-
play not be creative if current working on my body.
Yeah, I would say lighthearted.
I would vote lighthearted too.
I'd say, well, I'd still vote for creative because lighthearted would basically go, but make Paulini go, that would be fine, and satisfied would be pretty much the same effect.
So what would these be in mood ring colors?
Don't give him ideas. That's how he's going to display emotions from now on. You have the option of green, red, or brown.
Satisfied but many mistake it for being puzzled is like, what do you mean you need a new leg? It looks fine to me.
So she basically says, it's fine. Well, inside she thinks, what the hell do I do with this? Yeah,
the
definitely
effort.
creative. Creative is definitely the way to go here, in my opinion.
So we've got 2
But
for
give them a
lighthearted,
try.
1 for creative.
So, lighthearted it is. Actually, never mind. I was going to ask, and what would Paulina want to be? That's stupid.
Yeah.
So I added this stunt as the mood randomization matrix, which basically goes that whenever Paulina gets a new mood, choose a new one out of 3 possibilities.
Discover a mood.
Yeah.
Make the Discover page link to Blizzard's website.
Liquid membrane. Paulina's mood is liquid membrane. I'm sorry.
Just imagining tying it in with like Winnie summoning the monster mechanic. Just discover a new mood. Each mood has a 50% chance of being a random Hearthstone card instead.
Anger mode. Actually, getting Paulina replaced by Jiraxis probably wouldn't be a bad trade-off. You face fiery Jiraxis, Eridar Mer of the Burring Legion.
No.
I'm sorry.
Also, replacing Paulina with Jiraxis while you are inside of Paulina would not be good.
Oh god, that would be like
Inferno!
that would be like the body from Aquaria all over again.
I'd prefer the Ragnaros Lightlord.
Yeah, in this particular case, that would be a good idea. Or
For Shrike.
yeah, or which one was that? Actually, Galvadon would also be a good choice because he can adapt to include some habitable quarters inside him.
What is happening?
5
in the game?
times.
Yes, I'm sorry. So let's get back to it.
Welcome to the Talk About Hearthstone stream. A game is also happening.
This time for sure.
Theoretically.
Looks like we'll either be a squirrel or a dinosaur.
What's happening? Alright, so Polina's lighthearted. Milk has a beam in his leg, and we're wanting Polina to fix it.
Yep. So I guess it's time to try out that new computer.
And it falls a -1. Let me guess.
You did also say you got a severe consequence from doing this.
Yes.
Well,
Feeling that would
Yeah, severe
do
because
that
I lost
first,
a leg.
or then make.
Is anybody helping Paulina?
I do.
What skill are you helping with? I think it would have to be computer.
Yep.
Anybody else?
Yeah, also, I will help.
Strike does not have computer. He has crafts. They have crafts.
Well, only computer counts.
Yeah, I don't have computer either.
You are the patient.
Well, still.
Don't poke your fingers into the buttons while you are being operated.
Look, I'm curious. I want to see what happens.
Alright, so the 2 help puts that up to a 5,
Yo.
which is less than 6.
Would Polaris
can I
help?
spend a fate point?
what fate point? Striving for surgical precision? Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of on the nose, even.
I've been expecting something like that to happen.
It fits too well, it doesn't count.
This is my concept. I want to kill this dude.
Or actually, you know what? I can instead just use I don't want this shit to ever happen again, because I basically see someone lose a leg, someone gets botched an implant, and basically go not again, and yeah, whatever.
Alright, well, the large metal pole in your leg is now properly supported.
Does it still
Right.
hurt?
The hurt, I can tough it out. I don't mind that.
It hurts less.
Didn't he have to take a stun for that? Or am I imagining that?
I don't think so.
Oh well. Yeah.
So basically Sasha tells Milk, okay, that if the readings are right, that should be good. Try stand up, try walking, jumping, kicking.
And yeah,
kicking
like,
the wall
I
in the
just
face.
kind of like jump to my foot/feet and just, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna walk towards the room I've taken for myself.
Walking still hurts a bit.
Take a
Alright.
stun for every step.
I go ow every time I make a step with that foot.
Does the Pablo
Ow,
monster follow
ow.
you?
Ow, 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 ow.
What's it mean? What's it mean?
Wait, friend, I will follow you.
Sasha looks at everybody else, goes, and follows Milk again. So,
It's a weird noise. Just to
yeah, so
make.
Sasha basically tells Milk, look, in your current condition, it seems we're down a bodyguard, and we still have at least 5 days to spend on this planet. And
Yeah, but we're pretty much done here, right? Like, we've enacted world peace. We can just kind of chill for a few days.
I'm not.
But the tower is gone. There could be some technology that we might want to get some reports, some readings, some books that we might to get our hands on.
I mean, look, Sasha, don't take this personally, but I don't really care about that kind of thing. That's more your side of the equation. You got nothing
Exactly.
to fear. Like, no one's going to attack you.
But I need a bodyguard, and I have a suggestion.
Well, we got a friend right here, I say, tapping
Exactly.
on the forearm.
What's it mean?
Exactly. We have the Babylon monster. He's perfect, but it's
Stork's not around.
yes, he's kind of hard to understand. But
What?
I mean, not to you, but like to me, to Jazz, to Paulina, maybe. Paulina, do you have olfactory senses?
Yes.
Well, not to Paulina, but alright. And there is a technique that I know that might possibly augment his mind for a while to make it easier for him to for us to understand him.
Well, I mean, Battlemos was pretty smart, I think.
One of these times, the noise is actually just going to be him gargling.
What does it mean?
Like, he's just, yeah, like, you have trouble hearing him because he has a weird mouth shape. But just, pay attention and you'll understand fine.
Maybe he
Well,
ate a
anyway,
Murloc.
yes. Well, yeah. Well, anyway, there is just something that I want to do as an experiment. But first, I want to ask your permission. There is a technique that will make it easier, at least for me, to understand him, and for him to act as your temporary replacement bodyguard. And if anything happens to you again, he'll be able to protect you easier.
Just go to the point. What is it?
So basically, we will connect. I want to connect my mind and his for some temporarily improved connection. It's kind of like It's kind of will be sort of like finishing each other's sentences, guessing each other's moods better. It'll basically improve his performance for the next couple of days.
I mean, that's the kind of thing you should ask the babbler, not me.
Sasha goes, Strike, are you listening in?
Does Sasha know that Strike can understand him?
There's no reason for you to be able to know that.
Yeah. Strike has made no attempt at letting anyone know that Strike is able to understand the Babbler monster.
Okay, yeah, that would be totally out of character. So Sasha basically turns to Babbler Monster, takes a deep breath, and goes, okay, so what do you say? Do you want this?
Now, I
Doesn't
don't
he
know
what he's doing this?
Like, I don't know what he's saying word to word, but as my familiar, I should have a sense of what he means.
Yes, and I want to kind of improve this.
How loud is the Babbler monster being?
Good question.
Well, it only has one volume.
Is it 3
Which
rooms
is-
away loud?
Probably. It depends on if all 3 doors are closed.
Yes.
If all 3 doors are closed, then you can only hear it a bit.
Alright. Oh.
He'd sing really killer lullabies, in my opinion.
Assuming they're only mildly soundproofed.
Well, at least the med bay is to silence all the screaming. And the mess hall as well, again, to silence all the screaming.
Well, Strike at this point would probably be in the vents right now. Would Strike be able to hear the Babbler monsters warbling, echoing through the vent? Oh, again, Strike's perception of the Babbler monsters' dialogue is not based on sound, so I guess it's irrelevant altogether.
Yeah, Milk, give me an empathy.
Alright.
You have no idea what this thing is thinking.
Can Sasha also try empathy? Actually, Milk, what's your role?
I mean, I got a 0.
Oh,
Like, if Sasha looks at Milk after that, he just kind of gives a light shrug.
so can I try empathy as well?
You can try it. It'll be harder for you, though.
And my roll is gone again. What did I roll?
Nothing.
Oh, now they appear. Now they appear -1. Oh crap.
Oh, there it is.
Just like,
It seems angry.
Well, that's the usual for him, I mean.
I forget what you were doing again.
I'm trying to basically mind meld with the Babbler monster to understand him better for the next few days
How
before we
much?
leave the planet.
How much mental stun are you going to take for that?
Well, there's no mental stun, and I mean I have good enough will, so that should be good. That should be a good idea.
yeah, Milk has been cleared that he's not gonna, like, force that upon the Bounty Monster. He's letting him decide.
So Sasha goes, okay, wait a second, hold on a second, and he goes back into the main room, into everything else. he meets Jazz and asks if Jazz could understand milk. It's
What?
him.
Jazz.
No, not
Jazz
milk,
said
not milk.
that-
The Battle Monster.
Who understands milk anyway?
Sorry.
Jazz understand. Or, but Jazz understand milk, I say to myself.
I don't know, he has a pretty
Nobody
strong
does.
accent.
This whole time, everybody's just been guessing what Milk was saying.
It's like, oh man, you can't either. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not alone on this.
Just body language and context clues.
That's why they
I
just
mean-
kind of let Milk walk ahead all the time. Because
So milk is a really, really good mime. You're saying?
It was all coincidence.
Yeah. I mean, his skin is white, so that explains everything. Is his skin white actually?
Because he
Yeah.
drinks a lot of milk.
So yeah, Jazz, can you understand the Babbler monster?
Let's see. Like, just think because like, I guess I never figured out how Jazz learned the language everyone is speaking. Because their native language is just based on like concepts instead of words.
You had to learn. Jazz had to learn space English somehow.
Same
Yeah.
Strike.
Strike's just through exposure, like just spending time on ships everywhere.
Like Strike has a backstory. I'm just still finalizing it.
So you're not sure.
Strike is not in the med bay right now, by the way. He's in a
No,
vent.
I mean, Jazz. So Jazz, you're not sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Sasha goes out, looking. He looks for Winnie.
Apparently, he doesn't find Winnie because Winnie doesn't seem to be here.
Winnie, where are you? I got pets. What am I going to? How?
Balance.
Where is Winnie right now?
She's
Outside.
out through the left airlock.
Just outside?
Yep. Gonna do something once this is done.
I noticed that there's another smaller babbler monster outside
Yeah.
the ship.
I thought that
Yeah, I
was
know.
something like
I haven't bothered to delete it.
I thought there was something like an X and Y coordinates point, and didn't touch it. All right. So Sasha tries to find everybody, but gives up. Basically, goes to the Babbler monster and lightly touches him on the hand and goes, "Okay, could you come with me?"
What does his hand feel like?
I don't know. I'm touching it with my telekinetic arm. So, is he coming with me or not?
That's following.
Okay. So we go into the med bay. I find the equipment, and yes, and try the procedure. How hard would it be now?
He looks weird upside down.
Yes.
Right. So I'm going to use a computer from Paulina. Mm-hmm. And what exactly is this intended to accomplish?
this intended to bring our minds closer for a certain period of time, which is basically until the ship leaves, and to make us understand each other better. So he'll understand
Just to understand
minds.
each other.
Well, to understand each other, basically it's kind of like that nanomachine system in Metal Gear Solid 4. Basically interconnected reactions, finishing each other's sentences, the like. It's like bring the minds in sync.
Alright. Can you give me a will roll?
Certainly.
Man, it's a good thing I let him decide, because I never would have let you.
That's a 4. And I think Babbler Monster also has will. Well, she should have some will. He willed himself through the ocean of honey. Actually, does the Babbler Monster have will? Does he have a character sheet or something?
I don't think so.
Oh. Okay, so we're
He does.
even. Well, this is a problem.
I mean,
You are perfectly in sync.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Alright. Does it give me a temporary aspect or something? Situational aspect, I mean?
Perfectly in sync with the Babbler monster.
Great. Just what I wanted all my life. So, Sashi wants to try it. But he raises his arm, and he goes, "All right, Babbler Monster." And Sasha thinks, "All right, give me a high five. Give me a high five."
Like,
That
are
sounds
you
like a way
holding
to
out
get
your
broken
actual
arm.
hand?
Yes.
We're gonna need that bed bay again real soon.
Alright.
Okay, what just happened? Because if you rolled for something, I haven't seen it.
Oh Jesus!
It rolled 6 at fight.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Alright.
you.
So he doesn't slap your arm clean off, but it does bend backwards. Your arm is broken.
No!
What you high five the Babbler monster? What do you want?
Sasha goes, "Ah!
Well, it works.
Help!"
High five!
Wait, what? Did you just speak?
Babbler monster then turns around and runs off.
Well, what did he just do?
If Sasha does scream audibly, Stroik will peek out to see if there's any mess to be cleaned.
The only reason why I don't scream audibly right now in the audio chat is because it's 10 p.m. So yes, Sasha does.
Alright, so Stroik peeks out of a nearby vent to see if there's a mess to clean. Is there a mess to clean?
There's some. Ah! Sasha basically is like. I mean, he yells, but well, basically Sasha is in shock from surprise pain.
All bleeding
You're
would be internal.
pretty sure that Sasha is... like, Sasha's arm is backwards?
I am.
Yeah.
Stroik is. Okay. Is there a mess to clean though?
Because like I said, like all bleeding would
Humans are weird. Maybe that's supposed to happen. Is there a mess to clean? I'm asking.
Not on the
There's-
outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Strike goes back
it's an
into the
internal fracture, likely.
Strike goes back into the vents.
It's actually
The scream made Jazz stop polishing their sketchbook for a moment.
Not
Is that an
sketching anything,
euphemism, or-
polishing the sketchbook.
Yeah.
Sasha kind of sits down on the floor and unusually quietly says, "That's it? Just like that? No one?" And he quietly, and with a sigh, he quietly thunks his head on the medbay table. Then, with visible pain, climbs on top of the on top of the medbay table and goes, "Yeah, just told him not to press the buttons, and now I have to do this with my other hand."
You got two hands that still work.
It's kind of hard to manipulate the broken hand. So Sasha
No, I mean,
basically goes,
got a mind hand.
Okay, Paulina, can you please help me mend my broken hand?
Broken arm.
Yeah, broken arm.
That depends.
Mood generator.
Do you want excited and timid, contented, which deliberately conceals being angry, or ecstatic, but many mistake it for being grumpy?
I think the third one is most
How
accurate
does that work?
because Sasha just had their arm broken and is asking for help.
Yes, I think ecstatic would be a good idea. Basically, well, finally, duh.
Because it's like, oh, you need my help again?
Yes, I am very excited to be helping you.
Good. Now, please begin the fracture correction procedure. Whatever. The pain. Is this real, Paulina?
It's healing. So like as you're still asking the question, two arms just pop out of the wall and just break your arm back the other way.
Strike peeks out again.
You know what? Hold on a second. This all happens like without any kind of anesthesia, right?
Yep.
Shouldn't I like pass out or something?
Probably take some stun.
Give me a will.
Certainly. Well, crap. Now I see my role, and I'm not happy.
Yes.
Now he's
Yes, you do.
So,
Now he's unconscious for the next 2 sessions.
what?
So, okay, to clarify, Sasha is on the table, has his arm broken back into place, screams, and passes out.
Yes.
Yeah, and while
Your
Paulina,
arm
I
has
assume,
been set successfully.
yes, and I assume Paulina does something afterwards to make sure it doesn't get whatever.
She gives a thumbs up.
Alright, so,
Gives the healing thumbs up.
With your broken arm.
so
No.
Strike hears the scream, looks into the room, sees Sasha passed out again, is like, I know how to deal with this, and brings him back into storage room.
No. Oh.
It's like, I'm cleaning messes by putting things where they belong.
Yeah.
Back into the
Okay,
vent.
next time.
That's where
I
Sasha goes
probably-
when Sasha passes out.
Yeah.
Okay, next time I probably shouldn't be trying anything new within this particular campaign.
What?
Just don't high five the babbler monster.
Yeah.
I mean, we're mind melded. He was whatever. Of course, a head like that would not be petting for milk or himself, but yeah.
And that's just his greeting for milk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is literally how they greet each other.
Can I get a fate point for anti-civilized for being like, oh,
I
past
mean,
that?
yes, that
True.
certainly deserves it.
Yeah. That was pretty great.
Thanks.
Well, I suppose I can get back to work now. Since Sasha's passed out and whatever. Okay, so let's move the spotlight onto someone else. Like, what is Winnie doing right now?
What's Winnie doing?
I am going to look for Milk's leg.
Huh.
As if that wasn't obvious.
I just figured it was paste, so I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. I would be immediately doing this after the surgery with Milk. So let's see.
Yeah, this is happening concurrently.
Did you
with
see
when-
where Milk was?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you were there.
Yeah,
Oh.
she was there.
Well, did I see the babbler monster carry Milk to the ship?
That would be hard to miss.
Okay. But anyway, the first thing, I need to just find a general group of survivors, and I'm going to ask them to come with me.
Alright, give me a rapport. As well as an investigate to find that leg.
Well, you're not getting help.
Well, let's see if I can just find the leg, which don't have investigate. So, I would note that I'd maybe even be using my sense of smell to smell the blood, or just follow the blood trail.
I mean, there's probably a lot of blood.
Milk has much blood.
Alright, so you know about where it would have been, so you can find it after a search.
Is there a generator in the world out there that exists to determine how much my species bleeds?
Probably.
Gotta get the viscosity too. So I'm going to see if whatever amount of stone is on top of it is movable by me.
Alright, give me a physique roll. No. Would you like to invoke an aspect?
No, instead, I think I'm going to summon some help. I'm going to summon a random thing and hope it's something that can lift.
Alright, give me a d2.
But you always roll that.
This time you're rolling it.
I forgot which one was which.
Me too. But I decided in advance. That's not a monster.
I don't like that laugh.
Hmm.
Not very nice.
Oh, speaking of that, can we make this an audio break?
No.
Alright.
Well, too bad.
So I'm
There we
having
go.
trouble with this one.
So much audio.
Trouble how?
So, the card that I got was I Am Murloc. So I'm trying to decide if you should summon a number of Murlocs or ETC.
Draw 2 cards.
I mean,
for each
I
player.
am Murloc is the card.
Yeah,
It's not a monster card. It's a
No,
spell.
but it's
It's summon.
It's a summon.
but it is
it's
a
summoning
summon
spell.
card.
Yeah.
Oh, devolve.
Well, that's definitely not a monster.
So yeah, I want you to give me 1d3 plus 2. Yeah,
There's no such
3
thing as-
Murlocs.
Did it?
Wait, 1d3 plus 2?
Yeah, 1d3 plus 2. That
If
good
you're
old
just rolling
D3.
one, you don't need the 1. Well, I guess I'm going to see if B plus 3 Murlocs is enough to lift the stone that's on the leg.
And Murlocs, they are basically like humanoid type small fish people with like froggy arms and legs, right?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There are strong Murlocs, but just regular ones less so.
There's more vile.
So
These are specifically 1/1 Murlocs.
can always summon something else if this doesn't work. So you want me to roll something? Or would you just know whether or not we can lift it?
You can't.
I
They
summon
provide
more?
no assistance.
Do they even help?
Like, they give it an attempt, but they don't have physique. They can't actually help.
Yeah.
They can
Try
always stand
that
around and
again.
So there's now
Well-
just 3 Murlocs running around.
It's again adding to the biology to a planet we're visiting.
Yeah,
We are an invasive species.
you Murlocs have fun. I'm gonna summon something else.
I mean, you say that, but like in the previous planet, Winnie literally on purpose summoned a male and female of a new super powerful.
Can you give me
kind of
3d2?
animal.
Alright, they are not all the same gender.
Well,
Great. Now we turn this planet into a Murloc planet, and they enslave everyone this time.
I mean, there's
Actually, does the sigil of peace affect the Murlocs as well?
Yes.
Oh,
I'd like
that's
to point
a shame.
out, we have discovered that apparently the native species of this planet does eat fish. So,
Almost exclusively.
So yeah,
Good luck, Murlocs.
Okay, new thing.
Alright, D2.
Is eating fish not peaceful?
I mean, you can be peaceful and still be carnivorous.
Hunting and killing for the sake of the argument are 2 different things.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like you don't need to be vegetarian to be peaceful.
yeah. What level of peace are we talking on this planet? Vegan? We talking vegans?
We're talking. What are those people who subside purely on sustenance from the air around them?
Dead?
Yeah, dead.
Pretty much, yes.
Plants.
Alright, you feel something exceptionally powerful accepting your call.
Oh.
It's milk.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Brittany. Yeah. How's it going?
That's,
Oh, there's my leg. Cool.
that's your imitation of elk.
No, I'm. That's my imitation of laughing while trying to imitate milk. I'm sorry.
Something exceptionally powerful and definitely hostile. I will
Well,
give you
yeah.
a chance to make another magic roll to reject it if you want.
Hostile. Trying to think of what cards there would be. Yeah, there's a lot of specific.
Wait a second. Did you just
It's a
decide to
Noyatron.
make discover a Hearthstone creature, Winnie?
That's what when a 2 on a D2. That's what it does.
If the GM is warning me, then I think I should reject it and try again.
Thanks, Mr. Common Sense.
So you need me to roll above 4 to reject it.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the void with you.
So, out of character, that was the Brawl Boss version of Nefarian.
Huh.
Why?
Well, he could have got it
Why?
done.
Wait,
Could have.
Okay, so basically, you just offered Winnie to summon the equivalent of a high-level World of Warcraft raid boss.
Basically,
question. That
200
plus,
HP, and it throws damage everywhere.
Why?
That plus the magical seal on this planet. What does that equal?
Oh,
So
also
he-
it's immune to magic.
Oh. Okay, so the the sigil of peace wouldn't have worked on it,
Mm-mm.
but it would have definitely did something to Winnie. So maybe win-win.
Hey, it would listen to me.
So that would have been interesting. Also, you can't leave for 5 days. Would you like
What's
to
that?
try again?
Yes.
So
Just spending all
Okay,
your
so-
money here.
okay, so had you done this, the game basically would have turned into Warring Forever, except we have no weapons and we have to run away.
This planet would have turned into that guy's planet.
No.
Everybody is now that guy's slave. Or they die.
I mean, Jazz is pretty good at running away.
Oh, also, it explicitly says on the card that he wins if he kills any player. Oh, it's another Hearthstone.
So wait, so if you kill any character, he wins. Everyone
Yes.
automatically dies too.
He wins.
Kind of meta.
Where do you find this? It doesn't seem to be in the Hearthstone.
It's
thing.
the Nefarian Rises brawl.
Let me find it. Oh. Oh, it's the co-op brawl. I see.
Yeah.
That's
Right, Winnie, you summon a Dust Devil. You're at -2 to your next action.
That's really interesting how you're putting this together.
Wait.
I don't
What?
know
Why -2 again?
Overload.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No, you got it through a summon effect, so it doesn't apply.
What it does though, it reduces the magic 6 to magic 4.
Can the Dust Devil blow the stone off of the leg?
Yeah, well, it attacks the stone twice at a time.
Whap, whap.
Wind Fury.
Oh, great.
And this thing is gonna be around now.
Let's see. How big is the stone that's on the leg? Just so I know.
Like, it's sizable, but not unrealistic.
Bigger than a car or smaller than a car?
Definitely smaller. Smaller than... yeah.
Okay, it's smaller than I was imagining.
Is the Dust Devil making any progress in breaking the stone?
If you have the Dust Devil try to break the stone, it will damage the leg.
In that case, gonna get some more help.
What about the Dust Devil plus some
Good.
Murlocs?
The Murlocs have just gone off somewhere.
I don't think they're gonna help much.
Unleash. There's gonna be Blizzard World by the time you're done. Especially if a snow monster comes in next.
Spending your last money.
Don't you have... isn't this with a... not using a magic thing, though?
Wait, so you
Yeah,
can just do it
it's the
forever?
stun. Yes.
Right. And I will be back shortly. There is something I need to take care of.
No, I'm starting again.
Alright, so it's time for me to play something fun.
I just that implies that you can just summon things forever, though. Like you can just sit there and solve every problem by just summoning things.
Well, so far this hasn't been solving the problem.
No, but there's nothing stopping from waiting for like
Yeah, I
trying
see what you're
for
saying.
the next 5 days without stopping.
Except
it's
for,
taking
like,
me long.
summoning something extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be away for a moment as well.
Alright.
It only takes me
Right now?
6 seconds to summon everything.
What's Milk doing right now?
I mean, this is concurrent with what was happening.
Ah, right. So everything that we've been seeing is all happening at once.
Yeah, like realistically speaking.
Sure.
I'm gonna take this opportunity of Fuse leaving to refill my water real quick.
Do it.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you!
Yeah.
I am returned.
Yay, and I believe Raukau is still away.
I'm eating raisins.
Don't. Give them to me instead.
Either way, Hearthstone again.
Hearthstone.
Put this apple on your head.
Summon again.
So,
Not sure if it's another one. Oh, that means
You don't even ask him.
throw a dagger at it.
another two.
Another Hearthstone.
What happens on a
Okay, what did you do?
I got the
Can you
knife juggler.
describe how this thing works again?
I roll magic, and I roll D2. It's either Hearthstone or Monster Generator.
There once was a man
Oh.
from Gilneas.
Okay, so you summon me and Milk to wherever you are, I suppose.
So one of these days, gonna get something. It's got an amount of muscle.
Would you consider Sasha and Milk as being in your deck?
Well, I mean,
I would.
decking Sasha
I mean, they're not really
is certainly
here.
an option, so...
Well, somehow Jazz is the one with the highest physique.
So now we've got a knife juggler and a minstrel wandering around.
I'll find them something to do later.
Juggler
I'm
throws
back.
a knife.
Shrike's physique is on par with Jazz's.
Welcome back when he still hasn't not gotten a Hearthstone. And still
again.
hasn't gotten anything useful.
5, 2.
Nefari again.
It's like, come on, give me a chance so I can lift that boulder for you.
It's the skeletal smith.
I mean,
He's
someone
probably
with
got
a hammer.
physique.
All right, with whoever's here, we're gonna try lifting the rock.
All together now.
I
Destroy
think that your
opponent.
pouch should only be Hearthstone cards.
But then
I mean,
we wouldn't have gotten
so far.
Angry World.
All right, you roll ones too, except it's Hearthstone or Magic cards.
I feel like Magic is more.
Just
concept.
get a.
You
You
need
could
to
actually
start
make like a
drawing from
table
Yu-Gi-Oh
of
decks.
card games.
All right, 1d4 can be either Hearthstone, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Pokemon trading game.
Or Android Netrunner. No.
Don't-
You know,
don't
actually,
tell me that.
Android Netrunner, that might be an option.
Those are
Yep.
4 games that I know
Oh, and the
have
battle,
a random...
Mega Man Battle Network.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
TCG.
It did say Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Card games on motorcycles!
1,000 blank white
One of-
cards.
No.
The devil himself. Oh.
Are we making any progress?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a physique.
Hey.
Hey, you could have done it on your own.
All right, how bad a shape is the leg itself?
Well, the top half of it is pretty badly crushed. Like, below the knee is recoverable.
Okay.
How does that work?
Well, I got crushed, like more weight on the upper leg.
Like, did the rock fall on his knee or something? Because, like, I'm imagining a place where milk could have escaped and the leg is trapped. Because I would imagine that the bottom half would be crushed and the top half is recoverable.
Maybe it's like a weird
There's the thigh
oblong-
area that it landed on.
Okay. It was like a long, thin rock. Piece of rubble, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it's sounding to me.
It was kind of like a cutting edge.
If it were a slice, that would be much more convenient for the leg.
Well, then it fell and crushed the rest.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I have a slightly crushed leg.
Sprite, you got the slightly crushed leg. +2.
Does the leg itself
Because you have
has
2
a
more legs of
seve-
your own.
Does the leg itself has a severe or extreme consequence?
It doesn't have consequences. It's not a person.
I mean, the extreme consequence of missing a person attached to a group would be appropriate, but yes, it's not a person.
Missing 60% of your being.
Okay, there's something I want to do that will be, let's call it a surprise.
Has an extreme consequence replacing its high concept.
Is it a toenail golem or something like that?
So, let's see. I'll whisper to you, Fuse, what I'm going to be doing with magic.
Thank you very much for showing this to everyone through your stream cues.
No cheating.
Yeah, don't look.
I will look at the end of the session.
Well, that's fine. You'll learn once I get back to the ship.
You'll know it when it happens.
I am making that card games table, by the way.
Oh, good.
Good.
Got
That way,
Hearthstone,
I-
Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Should I add Pokemon TCG?
I
Mega
think Android Netrunner would be better.
Like,
option.
like,
I can
just
add
don't,
any number.
like, just don't call them by the Pokemon they are. Just, you know, say
I'll go
Just
by
fi-
the Bulbapedia physical description.
right.
Okay, Fuse. So, I suggest for Android Netrunner, 1,000 blank white cards. I'll send you the cards.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that one, like, because it's not official, Oh no.
Fine.
I've added it. It's already there.
And Cards
Thank
Against
you.
Humanity.
No.
Yeah, Pac-Man guzzling unfortunate substances is certainly something I wouldn't want to see in this particular game.
He shows up. He's too preoccupied to help.
Is Sentinels of the Multiverse a possible option?
I
Basically,
have
summon a
no
hero,
idea.
a hero does an action and then explodes.
So anyway, to prepare to do this, I'm going to prepare to do this. So
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll start with lore to see how well I remember. No spoilers.
I'm adding the monster generator into the pool too.
So let's see.
So now it's a 1D whatever.
So let's see. I want to ask if I set up something essentially that's like a ritual, will that count as a creating an advantage?
Yeah.
So, can I find any dead Hanesh people around?
Plenty.
Okay, I'd like to harvest a few hearts from some and put them in a circle around the leg.
It's gonna walk home by itself.
Are you going to make a thing only a foot?
Don't know that.
The Addams Family, except it's a foot.
Except they're all feet. I know
Since
very
you do-
naughty.
Matisha, it's French, and one foot is kissing the other.
Does anything on my Hearthstone side of the board have magic that can assist me?
the blizzard thing, the tornado.
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
Skeleton is a smith.
Oh, Knife Juggler did throw another knife.
At what?
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Random survivors, probably.
So it's 14 million and 2.
Well, great.
Okay, so I think with just 2 things that should be enough for this. And I'm going to spend my magic for this.
Ooh. 5 money.
You have accomplished your task.
Okay. See, to all the Hearthstone dudes just kind of standing around, I'm going to say, wait around here for a bit. I'll be back later. Don't kill anyone. And I'm going to return to the ship with the leg.
Sweet.
Sweet leg. Available now in your burger joints.
Sweet bod.
Alright, there's a summon a dude macro now.
Nice.
Playing cards, number 54.
Man.
Hey, you
Why
turn the
it's
playing
safe?
cards back on.
Oh, what?
Not
Did
me.
I do that?
Go away.
So she actually.
Oh, I accidentally clicked on playing cards. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how.
Well, we were talking about cards, and I said it by name, thinking it was the thing Fuse had just added.
I got confused.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
roll
to.
card game, see what happens. That's amazing.
Where are you all looking at? Because I don't think
3
I see anything.
lines, rollable tables. There's a new one called card games.
Oh, sweet.
Where?
It's
Under the
at
3
the very
lines.
bottom.
Yeah.
Card games. Can you look at it or something?
Like the option things. The collection, as it's officially called.
Anyway, I'm going to put the leg in a box. If there's still wrapping paper left over, I'm going to wrap it. And then I'm going to go to Milk. Merry Christmas! And I give him the box.
Sure, I'm glad we
Good.
didn't fuse the metal rod to the bone.
Oh hey, can you put it back?
Are you going to open the box?
Oh, if it's in a box, yeah, I definitely will.
The leg stares back.
Alright, your leg jumps out and kicks you.
Dang it! Okay, can I dodge? I roll to dodge.
Yes, give me a fight.
I know myself more than any leg.
Yeah.
My leg
Now
is-
give me another fight for your leg.
Man.
I
Your
don't
leg
see
wins.
your rolls.
I mean, technically,
now I see
I
yours.
rolled 7, and my leg technically rolled a 10. So yeah.
Well, it had the advantage of being close to your face. And you had a disadvantage of having to fight a foot with your fists. So that might
So
be
what
the reason.
what happens damage-wise? Like, what does that mean?
Next
So that's a
broken.
2-shift hit,
All right,
which you can absorb with stress.
which I'm doing.
Your
I mean,
leg's
what's-
stressing you out, Milk.
But I mean, yeah, as soon as I recognize that it's my own leg, like, I would just laugh at it and go, all right, so can you just put it back?
It starts hopping around the room.
Yeah, I ask Whitney as it's running around the room.
I assume so.
While I say that, I'm starting to try to pull out the rod.
That might hurt.
Yeah, but it's a necessary step.
Can I wake up now, please?
And just by the way to everyone, the leg is magically alive. Like, essentially, it has its
We
own
figured.
mind.
We figured.
Did it get repaired? Like, is the
It is
Die.
slightly crushed, but it's not biologically alive.
Milk, can you give me a physique roll?
All right.
for shoving the leg back into place?
Alright, you pull the metal rod out, reopening your wound and taking a 3-shift hit.
All right.
Well,
Well,
why?
that's a mild. Whoops.
Why?
Add that.
Maybe you should have
Why?
walked to the med bay
He stumped.
first.
Is my mild.
Why?
You don't have a 3-box?
No.
I mean, but that's
Hey,
All
you've
right.
got
So
no stress.
gonna try to grab my leg and try to just push it against my stump.
jab leg into the leg.
It doesn't line up.
Okay, I asked help from my friend Patapon Monster to really put it up there.
Like,
Doesn't seem to
it
fit
doesn't
good.
line up. It only reaches, like, halfway.
Maybe you should have
Winning.
jabbed the leg onto the other end of the metal rod.
Winnie, did you eat part of this? Be
No.
honest with me.
It was half crushed under a rock.
I thought you were trying to not be Rayman.
Do you think that Polina would be able to like make something for it to be in between here?
A bomb.
Like, a proper prosthetic.
Or just something to align
Yeah,
me and
the
this,
one you
and
almost
this leg.
had until
I
you
mean,
pulled it out.
The person you should ask for that might just be Jazz.
Well, I wouldn't think of Jazz. I think of Jazz as a mechanic, not as a person repairer. Alright, I'm gonna take my middle pole and my leg under both my arms. I'm gonna ask the Battle Monster to carry me over to the health spot. Thank you. Hey, Polina, can you make this attach to this? I don't know how.
3 moods.
Yep.
Hopefully one of them is horrified.
Alright, so we've got withdrawn and courageous,
Ooh, I like that.
impulsive and intrigued, or mean-spirited on the surface, but sociable underneath.
I like the first two.
I'm gonna go with the second one, which is very similar to Milk himself.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. Beginning procedure.
Nice. Don't put me to sleep. I want to watch.
Alright, first
story
it's going
plot.
to craft something.
Crap. Can I help?
Oh boy.
I don't know if
How
I
much
don't
did
think
you
your
roll?
helping would have made much of a difference.
-3.
Oh.
That's all minuses.
So it tries making something, but in the end it just, like, takes the metal pole and makes it sharper.
Okay, wait just a second. Where did you get that metal pole? Just.
What's
for
the same
posterity.
pole I had?
Yeah.
No, I mean, yes, but where did you get it?
I don't know.
Just for the posterity's sake, because that pole is doing a lot of work.
I literally don't remember.
I just
think it
pulled
might
it
have
out
been-
of somewhere.
It spawned from within the medical room. I know that. Because
Oh, you picked up
milk-
something like a broom, or yes, okay.
Yeah,
now,
like
now I
milk
remember.
was dragged in, got the wound closed, grabbed a metal pole, and shoved it in his leg.
Hey, Jazz, I think Paulina needs some help with some inspiration.
Alright. So it's now got, like, half of the metal pole that's sharp. It's going to physique to shove it in, and then computer to close the wound.
Alright.
Oh no.
Which end is being shoved in? The sharp end, I'm guessing.
Well, it's sharp on both ends.
Oh no.
It's javelin at this point.
So basically, it's a food pole 2.0.
Alright, so you can go ahead and take a moderate.
Alright. I got a severe,
sounds
mild, and a
easy.
moderate. I'm doing good.
At this rate, he's going to get another extreme consequence.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, but your
in
extreme
character-
consequence is already filled in.
yeah.
Well, how does that work?
If somebody were to punch you, you would die.
I'm gonna be the
don't
cousin. Look,
So
it's
don't
appropriate
ask
that
me-
milk is gonna kill milk.
Don't ask the Babylon monster to give you a high five if this.
Oh,
operation
dude,
succeeds.
like my
Alright, I got my leg back. High five, buddy!
look, my
That would
plan,
actually kill you.
my plan for day 3, and I have no reason not to do this, is to have a spar with the battle monsters to see how it goes.
With two
okay, wait a second,
stress boxes and
Okay.
no consequence slots.
Okay, in character. Oh, out of character. What the hell are you all doing?
I think that's also in character.
Why?
I think it's appropriate. Like, milk is like this weird, invincible killing machine, and ultimately,
Come on.
I have now decided, and I have to apologize for this, but now that you've brought this up, Sasha is astrally projecting while unconscious.
Okay, so my astral projection, I assume, is something like the hand, and basically So can anyone send something on the astral projection level? Because the whole medbay is by now covered with astrally projected hair ripped out of Sasha's astral projection head. And
mean-
the astral projection audio spectrum is ripped apart by Sasha's inane screaming. Basically, what the hell are you doing? Why can't I back? So Sasha is basically, he's about to, he'd be foaming at the mouth by now. So if somebody would see Sasha as an astral projection right now, they'd probably take a mental damage or something.
I think it'd have to be Winnie, if anyone. Winnie's the only other person who has magic.
Oh no, Milk sees you, takes mental damage, and dies.
No, I mean, no, wait. Milk has mental stress boxes, I think.
-3 on the craft roll, though.
Yep. Alright, and now it's gonna try to heal that mild.
Yeah, you're gonna do like mess up the computer roll
Alright,
and
so that
somehow...
is healing.
Alright. Which one? The
The
mild.
mild
okay.
is healing. The moderate
Healing.
I guess
is
it's a
healing.
Okay.
The severe is not.
Because you just ripped the thing out. Ah!
So now,
And then
like,
shoved
got-
it back in.
Yes, but it's basically like, oh no, my computer fell into the water. I should wash it with soap, probably.
So, as a recap, you lost your leg, so you took a metal pipe and jammed it up your leg,
Uh-huh,
and then you pulled it back out,
uh-huh.
made it sharp, and then jabbed it back in again.
Yes.
Yeah. that sounds right.
Well, to be fair, he didn't jump back in, the ship did.
That's
It's
true.
like, oh, this'll work.
Alright,
What's that,
well,
metal pole? Sweet.
so now your leg can bend, and has a mind of its own.
Yeah, I'm
That
not a
sounds
fan
like
of
a severe
that.
consequence, if I've ever heard one.
Can I try to exert my will upon it so that at least does what I want?
I mean, it's not really connected to you.
Yeah, it's
In
any
its own
meaningful way.
being.
This leg will rot after a while.
No, it's magically alive.
Yeah,
Is it like magically preserved too, biologically?
I don't know. It's just
'Cause, like-
magically alive.
Yeah, like, is it being...
So it might
Like-
zombify at some point.
That's what I'm saying, like, it's possessed. It's a possessed leg, but it's still just a physical object being manipulated by a immaterial spirit.
Oh
Be
yeah,
sure to-
and we have zombies on the next planet, right? Crap.
Be sure to feed your leg.
Blood
With
and
what?
circulation.
With what? Like breathe oxygen at it?
Try to kick
Inject
just to make
blood
sure
into it
that
to
it
supply for the
doesn't like,
nutrients?
fly off or something.
Like, if the ship were to, like, put a bunch of surgical tubing between both parts, maybe that would, like, close the circuit.
Because, be sure to feed your leg. This reminds me of a modification to Unreal Tournament, which allowed you to play, which basically turned the game into something like XCOM, but multiplayer in real time. You could place turrets, and a special upgrade called biological servos would make turrets' reaction speed faster, and the description actually mentioned, please feed the servers from time to time, a can of dog food should suffice.
So, Milk's leg is
Sasha-
now alive on its own. It
Yeah,
needs to be
Milk's leg is now just like trying to escape.
I whack it on the wall to make it calm down.
You die!
Hey, no, it's not the knee, it's the
That's
leg.
true. That's true.
Strike. How do you make the planned
Milk
motion
attempts to
across
kill
the ship?
his own leg.
How do I do what? Oh, well, so you, with your cursor, you click and hold your piece, press space, that'll start the process. And you move it around, press space at a point.
Oh, thank you. Because Sasha is trying to slam against every wall, and since he's an astral projection, He flies through the walls, gets even crazier, and tries to slam into another wall, so the astral world around the ship is basically Sasha screaming and going through the walls.
So
Hey, Jez, Winnie, give me magic rolls.
We can do that.
how much blood is in the medical room right now?
I've been trying to find a generator to figure out what kind of blood he would have. I just haven't been lucky.
Alright,
Well,
yeah, both
considering
of you
his
see
skin is-
this.
Considering his skin is white, I'd imagine the blood would have to be a very pale color.
That's reasonable.
Jazz is full of soy
How-
sauce.
So hold on a second. Do you see Sasha doing this?
Wait, Jazz? Did I say
Yeah,
Jazz?
Sasha's
Oh.
astral form is just flailing around, trying to throw itself into walls.
And screaming like a jet.
Also, now I finally get a magic roll that's high.
You know, it would actually make a lot of
It's
sense
the
that
important rolls.
Milk's blood is like just full of white blood cells, just like to the brim of them.
It's just white blood cells.
Yeah.
So Milk is Raiden.
Alright, and Sasha, you are randomly flailing around.
Yes, please proceed.
So,
Yeah.
I am going to compel this. You can
In what
either accept a fate point and accidentally possess the Babbler monster while flailing around,
Your minds
What?
are in sync.
or spend a fate point to reject this.
Okay. So Fuse, just to clarify, you are presenting me with a complete and utter win-win situation.
Yeah, honestly.
You might accidentally become the Babbler monster, which may lead to accidentally killing Milk.
I've said it before. I am comfortable with losing character. I don't necessarily want to, but if it happens, it happens.
We'll still have your leg.
Well, I think I will accept the compel because again, for thematic purposes, that is, basically, Sasha would eventually start trying to slam into somebody else.
Alright, Sasha, you are now the Babbler monster.
What's he saying?
Hmm.
I'm not
Translation. Okay, what? Wait, what? Why can't I speak? Wait.
Alright, so a post fight.
Suppose
So
between-
how do
Babbler monster versus Milk.
Oh, alright.
is Babbler Monster supposed to roll?
Yes.
So, I asked a question earlier. How much blood is covering the medical room right now? Because
you have the Babbler monster sheet.
Probably a lot.
Oh, I do.
if there's a lot
Wait,
of
he
blood,
has
in that day-
wait. He has empathy at 1. What?
Yeah,
This is an interesting sheet.
because of Milk.
It has it has fight and will at 4, physique and athletics at 3, notice and provoke at 2, and shoot, which is also marked a throw, and burglary and empathy at 1. This isn't half bad. Okay, so
Also
do I
has some
roll
fun
for fight?
stunts.
Where are they? Okay, the stunts are for each consequence he has, his fight is increased by 1. For each consequence he has, his will is increased by 1. For each consequence he has, his physique is increased by 1. And use physique in place of computer in determining physical stress. Right. So Milk's fight has a +2 bonus. Please roll low. Please roll low. I think we're equal.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It just showed us 5.
Because I technically rolled a 7.
Well, Babbler Monster also has a physical weapon +4, fist.
Oh.
So that's 7 versus 7.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
disappeared.
weapons. Yeah, that
So
is
you
7
two-
versus 7.
So you two, so Milk and the Babbler Monster high-five each other
Yeah.
in a proper way.
Yeah, this is how we say hello normally.
Yeah, sweet new
So
leg.
hold on a second.
You
So hold on a
successfully
second.
don't die.
Okay, so hold on a second. So Sasha asked the Babbler Monster to high-five him, got knocked out, got got astral projected, saw all this mess, possessed Babbler Monster, and finally made the Babbler Monster do a good high-five.
No, it's the
It
normal
all
high
came from
five.
full circle.
I mean, the other five was good on the Babbler Monster's part, just not on Sasha's.
At
Okay.
the at,
Just a
at
second,
the
this is
moment
so
of the high
funny.
five, Sasha wakes back up.
No,
Just a second, I
Sasha's,
have to write this down.
Sasha's form is now stuck inside of the Babbler Monster's body.
Oh.
Is this reversible?
Dr. McNeil.
I hope it's reversible.
You know what?
So anyway,
Sasha wakes up. Sasha is the Babbler Monster now.
and what about the body? A good thing I made the
Your
mind meld
body is
temporary.
now angry and screeching.
Oh no!
Does Babbler Monster still have a psychic hand?
Yes.
I
I mean
Sasha has
Babbler Monster in
the
Sasha's-
hand. So the Babbler
Which-
Monster now
which
has a
one?
psychic hand.
Oh, thank you. I can pull people to myself and punch them.
No.
Win-win.
He can pull
Aw.
people to himself.
Yeah, the body of Sasha has a psychic hand.
Oh, so the Babbler Monster is in Sasha's, or the
Yeah,
mind of
Babbler
the
Monster is in Sasha's body. And has Sasha's character sheet now.
Well, that's fun.
So let me go
So
drag Sasha over to NPCs.
okay, so basically I did a blood magic, didn't I?
If you
Hope I
want to
didn't.
if you want to switch back, it's going to be up to the Babbler Monster in your body to enact that. Also, this means Sroik is the only one who can understand Sasha now.
No, they switched that too.
I thought it was like the shape of the
So Sasha and the Babbler Monster can speak normally. Babbler Monster in Sasha is only babbling.
Okay.
Alright.
So Sasha basically awakens to a high five, and a pretty weak one at that. And he kinda stands up and slams into the ceiling, breaking a ceiling fan. Sasha turns to see what looks like himself.
What does Sasha say?
At him.
What's
Sasha
going on?
basically-
What happened to me?
So the Babbler Monster says, "Wait, what?"
I'm confused.
I think we're all confused.
It's too confusing. Going back. Later, y'all.
I think we need to use a specific word when referring to the player and the body.
Yeah. The Sasha Monster. And
Alright, so Mayo, pick
Yep.
which one of those identifiers is the one that applies to you.
The Babbler Sasha is the Babbler monster inside Sasha's body. The Sasha monster is Sasha inside the Babbler monster's body. So the
Right.
first word
Go
is
ahead
the
and change
determinator.
So your name is now
your roll
Sasha
20
Monster.
name to that.
Oh yes, certainly.
So Stroik has cleaned up the bloody mess, and is now standing in front of Babbler Sasha, just staring at them.
Sasha basically goes, "Wait, what? Who? What?"
And that means
This is unsettling.
Of course it is. I can't. Sasha raises a hand to try and move him away, but then notices that this hand is actually, how many fingers does the Babbler monster have?
Hmm.
17.
Give me D4 plus 1.
the one is a thumb.
I think it throws for me. Oh,
Oh,
5. Okay.
Hey, 5
That's-
fingers.
So.
It is
so
really
Sasha
is a high five.
Okay, so Sasha notices that the hand is way too big, and he kind of quietly goes, "Oh no." When I said mind melt, I didn't mean that.
So Stroik says to Babbler Sasha, "You are communicating differently than normal."
Uh, I mean that's me actually. I'd like to roll for the Babbler Sasha to see if he can understand what is happening easily.
But you can't roll for the Babbler, Sasha.
You're the Sasha monster.
Well, yeah, for the Sasha monster, yeah.
So to clarify, Sasha monster still cannot understand Babbler Sasha.
No, they can understand each other because of the
All
mind
right.
meld.
Right.
So what? Okay, so what does the Babbler monster in Sasha's body say?
This does not feel good.
Of course it doesn't. Wait, I can understand you.
You could sense the mind meld, though.
Okay. First, let's calm down. At least that thing worked.
Well, then you get weaker.
No, this is not the time for calming. This is the time for being angry. Babbler Sasha punches a wall.
How many fingers does it break?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you do not even have fight.
Yes, of course I do. I have mind swords.
How does-
and Sasha basically automatically goes, no,
Right.
no, don't don't
Your
hit."
body takes a 2-shift hit. Ah!
Well, it's a good. No, and Sasha
Stupid
immediately
wall!
goes into.
It punches the wall
Sasha,
again.
Sasha immediately goes into the mental mode. He grabs Sasha with 3 of the 5 fingers, like around the entire body, and goes, "No, don't punch, cut."
How much damage do you deal to your old body?
Imagine a long sword, like nail, and cut.
Like you're not going, don't destroy the wall, but no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, Sasha is kind of angry as well, so
How's Paulina reacting to all this?
good question.
Mid base is gonna keep getting more and more destroyed.
Right.
And the
It
appropriate
cuts a
music,
nice
of course.
hole in the wall.
See? That's much better.
It summons a whole lot of mind swords.
Yes, that's right.
It keeps summoning more and more mind swords.
The Sasha monster kind of thinks for a little bit, then tries to do the sleep asphyxiation thing on Sasha. Basically says, Paulina, can you please inject the Berserk U-Watt scientist with some sedative, please?
Right. Do you want cheerful, which unconsciously conceals being antisocial? Mean-spirited, but many mistake it for being loyal? Or
Ooh,
earnest and aggressive?
Earnest and aggressive.
Earnest and aggressive because the Sasha monster just cut out a hole in the wall.
You got it.
Alright, so a giant needle comes out of the wall, stabs through the Babbler Sasha's torso, and just like excessive amounts of some kind of toxin like get sprayed in to the point where it's like flying back out of the wound. The needle retracts. Tranquilizer administered.
Will he be alive after it runs out?
Probably.
I'm not
Okay.
so sure.
Okay, could have been worse. Could have got this. So what does the Sasha monster? No, what does the Babbler Sasha do in the meantime?
Be unconscious.
So I kind of fold in 3-way to basically sniff him a little bit. And I turn to the nearest vent and go, strike?
Yes.
Come here, please.
Strike has been standing here the whole time.
Oh, where?
Right in front of
Wait,
you,
to-
watching the sun fall.
Well, I'm not role-playing my +2 notice very well, am I?
In fact, he'd probably be eating the chunks of wall that fell as debris from the attack.
So I basically go, can you please bring Sasha into the medical bay instead of the regular cargo bay this time?
Wait, what is he asking?
You weren't upset that you were put into the cargo bay. You're upset that you were put into the wrong cargo bay.
Yes, the green one is for this.
Alright, yeah, Strike.
So as Strike leaves with Sasha in tow, basically go, I mean, there are special boxes for alive bodies.
Ah,
At least they were.
Strike looks in the room. Are there boxes that are labeled for living bodies?
yeah.
How are they labeled? With pictures or text?
Both.
Alright. What are the pictures?
There's a picture of a person.
Are there other crates that are labeled with similar pictures?
I'm gonna go ahead
No.
and say that they're like the Pokemon silhouette things for body types.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, considering there is a specification for boxes for living bodies, I'm assuming there's also boxes for dead bodies too.
Yeah, there's a box, one each for living and dead.
What are the differences in icons between the two, picture-wise?
They have
One is
different colored
personality.
X's on the eyes.
Oh.
All right.
Different colored X's on the edge.
On one, he puts them in the wrong box.
Please don't.
All right.
Please don't.
There you go. He puts them in the right box.
Oh, thank you.
A fun reminder that Strike can't read.
You can see that there are X's on the eyes.
Yeah, but you said there's X's on the eyes on both pictures,
No,
and if they're different,
Oh,
No.
like there's X's on the eyes on the dead ones that are a different color from the black, so that you can see them.
Sure.
oh,
All right,
because your description was like both had X's on the eyes, but the still alive had green and the dead
Yeah.
had red or something to that
yeah.
extent.
That's very much what I was interpreting too. Yeah.
That was not the intention.
Okay.
Well, good. So, in the meantime, Sasha, is there anyone else in the med bay right now?
Jazz.
Jazz has just been standing here.
So,
Oh yeah.
So-
and,
so I turn to face Jazz and go, okay, what do you see before you?
Right, you face the music.
You?
Who, me? Which one? I mean, who do you do you see me or I mean, describe.
There's not a mirror in here.
You're slightly uglier than usual.
So she's unfazed by this particular reminder because he does consider himself pretty ugly. But what? I mean, wait. So, am I different from normal?
Well, you look like the Babbler monster. I think
Oh,
that's
okay,
not
wait,
typical, right?
yes, that's not. No, that's not typical. But did we transform, or is it the same body? I guess.
I don't know.
So
yeah, I feel like there's
Sasha-
been I feel like there's been a lack of clarification in game what happened. Like between characters, it's like suddenly the
Mind
Babbler
swap.
monster's talking. No, I know, but like as far as the in universe, it's like suddenly the Babbler monster's talking, and Sasha is gurgling around.
Yes, and we are all talk with our normal voices. So
Jazz
while
and
it's
Winnie
Babbler
would have
Monster-
seen the astral form of Sasha fall into the Babbler monster.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So I guess, look like you possessed the Babbler monster.
Oh, great.
Like
And
Stroik
at that
just
particular
did
point,
that.
I have yes, and at that particular point, I have to break the recording.
It's going to be interesting seeing the two characters like get modified over time.
Which two?
Babbler
Yes.
monster and Sasha. It's like Sasha's mind is in there, but Babbler monster doesn't have lore.
Yeah.
So I go. Wait, can we? Is it reversible? Do you know if it's reversible?
Let's see. Is it? Should I roll magic or should I just guess?
Do what's in character.
We should see character. I'll answer with a guess and then roll magic. Probably.
I made it temporary, so technically it should be. So technically we should be back to normal, but how much back to normal? That's. So Sasha in the Babylon monster form kind of falls into the hallway, goes to where the body boxes are supposed to be. And looks and carefully opens the now really light box.
The
and
box imp
looks
is
at-
on top of the box.
Wait, who are you?
Eh?
I mean, who are you?
Eh?
Sasha. So the Sasha monster carefully picks up the imp by the ear and tosses him into the vent. If the vent is closed, all the better.
Alright, so I am going to compel Sroik to drink up all that tranquilizer.
Oh, they will.
Have a fate point, you're unconscious.
Alright.
And then the box imp tumbles through the vents to your location. No, it doesn't. It's way too far.
Alright, so what are you doing with box imp?
I carefully pick him up off the box and non-violently toss him into the vent.
Alright, give me a shoot.
Oh right, the Babylon monster has this one. Where is? Hold on a second. Okay.
If I find someone hurt box imp, it's gonna be someone else hurt.
No, non-violently. Yep. Also,
Well,
what
it hits
does
the
box imp
vent,
do?
but not well enough to, like, go in.
Oh.
It looks like it's stuck.
So, I look at it, but I think, that's really but. And then I go, huh, and carefully open the box and look at technically my body. The thing I'm looking for is, first of all, Sasha in the Babylon Monster body wants to make sure that all the equipment he has on him, well, currently not himself, is still in one piece.
Alright, give me an investigate.
Certainly. I do not have investigate. Well, it would be difficult to investigate stuff with hands like these. Can I spend a fate point? No, I cannot, because I do not have any relevant aspects in this body. Ah, crap.
Not angry enough.
Aspects I'm going to have flip over.
Oh, so the aspects still count for mine.
Yeah, so let me
Yeah,
switch these all over.
because you still have your own personality.
Can you? Can you do that?
I mean, it's your
from the technical point of view.
it's like your mind that's being swapped around, so you still have all your motivations there.
Okay, okay. So, just in that case, I'd like to invoke the I don't want this shit to ever happen again. Because I don't want this shit to ever happen again. And lose my equipment in the process, because this is fun and all until someone breaks an important thing that has a fusion battery inside of it.
Alright, there we are.
Thank you. Well, only 3 got copied, but that's alright. Alright, so yes, I'm going to spend a fate point to kind of improve the situation. I cannot drag fate points. What is this? Oh, no I can. Well, this is... Why did I even have that idea in the first place?
Yeah, your stuff looks fine.
I want to carefully remove it from the body and store it in a secure lockbox nearby. With
This isn't the equipment storage area. That's on the other side of the ship.
body box should have something like whatever. So I'm just going to put this equipment into the dead character's storage box. Basically, I mutter to myself, well, these aren't alive.
Warning, improper storage use detected.
Can I
Paulina
bluff
says
my
for the
way?
first and only time.
Can I bluff my way through the regulations?
Alright. Give me a deceive.
That skill no one has ever took.
Yeah, everyone's honest here.
Except Winnie.
That
Winnie's
just
just
comes
bad
natural.
at it.
Yeah, it's so bad that Milk just thinks he's joking. It's interpreted as joking and not lying.
Very similar.
I'd like to invoke an aspect in this particular situation.
What would you like to invoke?
Assistant to Great Ex-Inquisitor. Sometimes you just need to lie through. Also, I didn't get a fate point from... I know I did. Did I get a fate point from the compel? I think I did.
I think you did.
Oh well. So yes, lying through my teeth, just like I was taught.
Alright,
But that's
so
not
what
true.
lie are you even giving?
Let me think.
How are you
What?
trying to convince the ship that this equipment is, in fact, a non-living humanoid body?
I place down the items I place down the various technical items in the shape of a little man, including two pencils and two pens forming little crosses where the eyes are supposed to be. Then I basically move outside so that the cameras would see what's inside. I basically have a lot of nuts and bolts and little boxes, which I technically use to recharge my gun, which is also there, and the portal mitigator, which is also there. So that's a lot of pieces, and I basically go, there you go. It's
Thank you.
just like on the icon.
It then gets ejected out of the ship.
So, is it successful?
Yep.
Judging, okay,
Paulina,
judging by
thank
the
you.
little, okay, judging by the little sound I heard, that's a level up. So, okay, so I close all of the boxes using my preset password. I had this. So basically, I don't want these boxes to be accessible by anyone else, who isn't me, who doesn't know what I know.
One day we're gonna just find this box buried underground, Paulina's holding a funeral.
Can you give me a burglary to protect against burglary?
Well, finally something this body is good for. And let me guess, I roll 3 minuses. And I didn't. So that's a 2.
Only 1 minus. Right, so you did it.
Alright.
Did it.
Now, when or if I go back to my body, I should be able to recover this.
So anybody who tries to open those has to beat a 2 on burglary.
Great.
I don't think anyone has burglary other than Polina, though. So.
But still,
Jazz does.
Oh. Jazz is known to snoop around the dead people box.
so Sasha basically mutters, "When is this going to end?" And
This is your life now.
Not for another hour and a half.
Yes. So I close the technically my body, although temporarily not, using the same technique. Then on a second, but before the box shuts off, I give it a little consideration, and then just then cancel the lock, just lightly close it so that it could be opened from within.
Good. Because otherwise it'd be giving Milk a lot of fate points for not having access to his Sasha.
Not giving access to his Sasha. That's full replacement. And then then the box would get mine sorted. So that would be a bad idea. So yeah, I basically do that and try to squeeze back into the med hall as quietly as I can.
You're starting to get used to constantly dislocating your body parts.
Does this give me a temporary aspect or something?
No.
Oh.
Maybe some mental stress, though.
Speaking of mental stress, when I get back into the med hall, I find myself a mirror.
I love watching that thing turn.
So I.
That's how it turns. Yeah, so I'd like to find myself a mirror, and I'd like to use the Patapon monster's will, basically technically my will, to focus my will and not to break down because of this freaking.
Alright.
I calm down surprisingly quickly.
So where do we go from here?
I had some more stuff I wanted to do.
So,
Alright.
Yeah, like
What
we
are
have
you
4
doing?
days to fill, so
5 days.
5 days to fill.
how
You
much time
still
has passed?
haven't ended day 2.
Half an hour?
And so, first thing is going to be something in secrets. So secrets, it's on Discord.
So that's going to be on the same day.
I'd like to point
Yeah.
out something that had been requested in a prior week. Sasha had not scheduled, but requested a meeting with Stroik. I don't know if that's going to happen while this is going down, but that is something that should be happening in the near future.
Except you're knocked unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I want
Yeah.
Winnie to make a computer roll.
As I said, I want to do a thing on the next day officially, like midday on day 3.
Let's see, I'd like to ask Paulina for help.
And Jazz is going to be busy recharging their magic.
Oh, that's what polishing the sketchbook means.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
that's why you haven't done anything today.
Why?
Regenerating magic coins.
Takes a whole day of making that coin.
Okay.
Yeah, except for the one that just automatically recharges each day.
So yeah, asking Paulina for help.
Paulina assists.
I don't like the tone of this. Oh no.
You did it.
Okay.
You did
See
it.
where that goes later. And then
And that's how milk dies.
More like that's how the Babbler Sasha dies, as I assume. So a moment later, Sasha goes back to the locker to check.
don't worry, you'll be fine for now. Anyway,
Winnie was
I'm
in the
going.
control room. Like, I'm wondering if it has something to do out. No, not quite. Okay. It's like in the lounge. Alright.
Something you probably wouldn't guess.
Yep, I'm sure of that.
Okay. Now I'd like to go back outside and meet with the survivors. And so let's see. I'll give you a general overview. See, I'd like to offer them. Let me think how to word this. I'd like to show them the path to righteousness and salvation,
So you'd like to corrupt them?
Huh.
maybe.
Give
Yes,
me a rapport.
citizens of Turid, raise your eyes to the skies and listen to me. So let's see. Yeah, I'll give the report and see how well I speak. I'm going to spend at least 2 fate coins on that.
and
Good.
one is obviously Vizier, and I suppose this is part of my mission, technically. Yes, citizens, you have befallen a great tragedy has befallen you, but I can offer you salvation if you would just gather around and listen to me. And to all who would listen, I would give them, I guess, a brief overview. And if you believe in the old gods, they will provide for you. And I'd like to see roughly how many step forward and listen.
Give me a D5000.
It's a pretty big die to have 5,000 faces on it.
It's a pretty good number.
Above half.
3,642 people.
Okay. And so, I am going to show them the old god's kindness, and just a short distance away, we'll walk to wherever there's an opening, and I'd like to pray to the old gods for, in front of us, a lake full of fish to kind of swell up in front of us.
Alright. Roll it.
And I will spend 2 fake coins on that. Again, Vizier, and yeah, this is still part of essentially my mission, bringing more people to my cause.
Alright. Open plain transforms into a flourishing lake full of fish.
Wow.
They are
nice.
only mildly mutated.
Still edible, and also
They're
like
bigger
to,
now.
like to gather up all the Hearthstone duders that I summoned earlier, and I'd like to instruct them to guard these group of people, and
Yeah, that's right. How big of an area are you making into a lake?
I mean, it's hard to say without a scale.
Well, compared to the ship,
Well, to be able to feed 3,000 plus people,
How many fish do you think each of them would need?
and for how long do you want them to? Do you want this fish to feed them?
hell if I know.
Okay, so you want everyone.
It's going to be a pretty big lake.
Okay, so you want to. So we want basically a trout for every single one of them.
There's going to be more than one fish. Obviously, you got to spend the time to actually fish the fish. But also as part
Bless you.
of
That was my dog.
Well, bless the dog then.
as part of ordering Hearthstone people to guard it, I'm
only going to allow these followers to fish from the lake.
So you want how many people to guard how many people?
I don't know, I lost track. There's the Dust Devil, the Knife Juggler, the
The
what
bonesmith.
was the one? Say
The
again?
bonesmith, something like that.
Yeah, the Bonesmith, and the one that tells you a tale of the man from Gilneas.
So you want what basically amounts to a traveling rock band with knives to guard a crowd of.
They're not going to be 100% efficient. They're just going to help.
And remember, it is now a land where peace is mandated, so we don't need that much protection.
Yeah, how'd the knife juggler even throw a knife?
Throwing a knife
That's
isn't
why I'm
violent.
figuring out how many fish you just summoned.
Oh no!
Although the old gods technically created it, does that count?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what? I don't get what's going on.
So you're feeding 3,642. Let's say it's one fish per meal, because these are big ones.
Okay. Yes, just a little clarification. A knife juggler is a card from the Blizzard's card game Hearthstone, which whenever you, as in the guy who owns the knife juggler, summon a new creature, a minion, the knife juggler throws a knife at a random other creature. Well, it's
A random
technically
enemy.
at an enemy. Yeah, at a random enemy, but yeah. So technically,
Not at
a
friendly
random another
targets.
creature. Yes. So now Winnie has summoned over 3,000 creatures.
Got a
Minimum.
lot of dice.
Assuming you're feeding them one meal,
I
and
mean,
only once.
the fish are going to repopulate over time.
Not if you
If it-
only make 3,000 of them.
Yeah, because they're all gonna get eaten, like, now.
yeah.
Well, I did say
How big
it's
is the lake? Infinite space, I know, but how?
So we need to figure out, like, I'm actually trying to figure out the reproductive rate of fish. I found a study on it, but I just need, like, a percentage of something.
yeah. The intent is to be able to feed this population of my followers for time to come.
Yeah, that's gonna be like. You'll need like at least 1 million. I feel like.
Does anybody have, like, an offhand percentage for fish recharge rate?
I think that's gonna be something like 7 to 11% of its current population, if I remember correctly, because I
Per what
looked it up.
period?
Per year?
Per mating season, as far as I remember.
per year.
That actually depends. Does the lake have any natural predators against the fish?
I wouldn't
It
think
will.
so.
It will. So
No.
and also it also depends on the type of the fish. Winnie, did you
So I'll say
want
it's
your fish?
9% per season.
Yes. Yes. Basically, that already accounts for the predators. So no matter how many people eat without fishing out the fish, if you don't fish out the fish, they will. Yeah. Sorry. That's a word salad.
Fish the fish.
And I mean, the fish need something to eat, or else they'll just die in the lake.
Alright, so however many fish they would eat in a year, you need 10 times that many fish right now.
Yep, that's 1 million.
Times 2. For knives.
Well, hey, I just asked the old gods to make this lake. They're going to make it
So
to where it's going to sustain people.
3,642 people, 3 square meals a day, for 365 days, times 10.
Well, Well, feed doesn't mean until sated. It basically means to have something.
Well,
to
let's
eat,
not make it
so as
more
not to die.
complicated than it is.
Yeah, but never mind.
Just
Yeah.
shy of 40 million knives.
Wow. That guy must feel lighter after that. Guy shows up with a giant bag dragging behind him, ripping and tearing as it scrapes along the ground. Hi, I'm a juggler. And here you are.
So
Although-
the knife juggler is standing there with you as you're doing this. You summon the fish, and suddenly he just, like a man possessed, starts pulling knives out of the aether. They're flying everywhere.
You summon more knives than people died in that tower.
Yes,
Yeah.
the knife juggler destroys 2 more towers.
He's got some long range.
Well, it never misses, so it has to hit something.
Although it does 1 damage.
All
So-
40 million knives.
Yeah.
So 40 million random people on the planet that are not part of this group just got hit with knives. Everybody,
get hit with knives?
like on the ship, you're seeing a readout of there's 40 million knives flying through the air.
I'm not. I'm in my
How does
room.
Paulina feel about this?
Well, Sasha
Paulina feels. Contemplative on the surface, but mean-spirited underneath.
first.
All these
Or
are like
unfriendly, with which unconsciously conceals being creative. Or affectionate on the surface, but unfriendly underneath.
So
I like this. I like the
one-
third one.
Yeah, so the first one is, oh, I see. The second one is, come on, that could have been done better. And the second one is,
Oh, that's unfortunate how all
cute.
those people died.
Contemplative,
Oh, well.
like wondering where the knives came from, but mean spirit in the beneath is like, I don't care where, I just care where they're going, and I like it.
So 1/3 of the population on the planet was slaves, so they would have like only 1 HP themselves. How much HP do the other higher up inhabitants have?
So it like goes up by
So
1
that's-
every floors.
12 million slaves just died.
Again,
Winnie, why?
is the knife juggler not affected by this peace spell?
Sorry, it's a triggered
It's not an
effect.
attack, it's a triggered
Yeah.
effect.
Triggered
He
effect.
has to do it.
So basically, the knife juggler sees this, and his face pales. And as he's doing this, he mutters internally, "Forgive me, everyone. I didn't
The
mean
knife
to do
juggler
this.
turns to Winnie.
My
Does-
arms—they are so sore. Please stop this. No, no more knives. No more knives. Why did I sign this contract?" And basically,
The knife juggler turns to Winnie. Does this please the old gods?
I mean,
No,
the reality
Cthulhu
though.
is ashamed.
In reality, though, this will take a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
so hold
So-
on. So hold on.
So in
Winnie,
character,
did you...
in character, we don't know yet how long this is gonna last.
Fuse.
But they're
what's the
just
knife
a
juggler's
storm
rate
of
of fire?
knives.
Okay,
What's
Fuse. Fuse. Is this like
Well,
Hellfire
Eternus-
speed, or is this Shadow Walk speed?
No, it's throwing,
It's
it's
Cthulhu
juggling.
speed.
He's gonna run out of time.
Is
The
he?
fuse is gonna
The turn ends.
board.
Well, no, it's not even Cthulhu speed. It's knife juggler speed.
Yeah, which is kind of
So
slow.
Shadow Walk.
Yeah,
So one,
Well,
so
no,
one
not,
person
not
dies.
that slow.
Well,
But it's like
okay,
throws a
so one-
knife, then swing, and then knife, and then swing, and then knife, and then swing, and then knife.
it's
so-
roughly
okay, so-
1.5 knife per second.
But the problem
or
is
more like. Never mind.
this, like the turn can't end until all of the animations are done. So
40
this would go off within the time of one turn.
The longest day.
I mean, a turn for Hearthstone people, but other people, they're just fine doing whatever.
Okay, so Winnie once again, off doing their own stuff, is responsible for another death rating in the millions.
Yep.
Yep.
Again, accidentally. Because
I
you
wouldn't
just
have thought of that.
happened to summon the knife juggler. And then
Strike
summoned
is
a
why
whole
you-
lot of fish.
And that's why you run your knife juggler into someone else before casting implosion.
Although I do have to question: would I
Well,
really
usually
consider?
you want him to throw those knives.
Do I really consider just all the regular inhabitants enemies?
People not on your team.
Yeah, they're not friendlies.
Well,
If they're
okay.
not friendlies, then they're enemies.
Neutral or unfriendly.
You know, if you had summoned that dragon, he would be dead right now.
He would. Well, no, because he would have killed the knife juggler.
Oh, fair.
Well, all in all, I'm happy with. the
Also,
situation.
everyone in the group.
Not me.
So
he
we're
listens to
friendly
me.
to.
If it has the ability to do damage to the player, then it would count as doing damage to you.
Yeah, it's specifically a third-party entity, since it's a brawl boss.
All right. So, okay? Question one: is the rest of the party even aware of what just happened? They know knives happened.
Yeah, there's a storm of knives going on.
Are we aware of the cause or the effect?
Sasha walks into the observation room over here just to see the reports of knives everywhere.
And casualties.
If you
No.
can see that far. to
Paulina
the
would
other
not
towers.
be aware of the casualties,
Okay.
only the knives.
Do the knives
Only
go
the knives,
through
though.
the stone tower?
Yes.
They never miss.
Yeah,
They,
they always
yes.
hit an enemy.
So the knives bypass taunt.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
you've seen them in
So
action.
Sasha basically goes, wait, first honey, now knives as a weather? What?
Rain. It's
I need
raining.
to find a
knives.
video of Knife Juggler.
Hallelujah! It's raining knives.
It's unfortunately I have to leave right now.
Where you
This
going?
video is made in collaboration
To
with
work.
Playvik.
I thought you work from
What?
home.
Yes, I have to. That.
Still means that he has to do work.
Yes.
I'm gonna put an OTK knife combo on the stream.
All right. So are we stopping today?
I guess for day 2 we are.
Yes. And actually, Fuse, I think. May I, out of character, make a slight request?
What?
Is there, like, a way to reward people for role-playing something? Apart from just giving them fate points? Because I think Pizza Pony has made Winnie roleplay so disgustingly well that Winnie
You did it.
deserves a bonus refresh. Or something.
What? Why?
Because just I'm
Because of all the
scared
cash.
and impressed at the same time. This is
Like I know, like not to diminish Pizza Pony. I think everyone's doing a good job role playing very well.
Oh, thanks.
It's just
Well,
it just so happens that Winnie, by role playing very well, is extremely destructive, but by accident. But like,
so far the score is like millions dead.
but
to
again,
Babylonster.
that's just because of her, like the power of her thing. But we all role play as well, I find.
Well, yes. In terms of not destroying a lot of people in the millions, we're indeed doing much better than Winnie, but
No, it's not what I mean. It's like you're not. It's like you want to reward her for her kill count, which I'm just kind of puzzled at.
yeah, that's stupid. I'm sorry, I'm just already getting a little bit dizzy.
Like, this wasn't even role playing. This was
Yeah.
purely accidental.
Happenstance, even.
Okay, I retract my stupid statement.
It's alright.
I made progress today.
You know, I think technically this would be a compel, which would mean that you can spend a fate point to have the knives not go everywhere, but also you can't because you don't have any.
It also means that Winnie gets a fate point for that.
Yes. Have a fate point. Doesn't matter because you're going to go up to refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So, once again, we did not do what I was planning on doing. But
did what I
I'm
was
glad
planning
that
on
we
doing.
didn't.
Why? I dare to ask.
Because look
Because
at
all
what
this-
happened.
Yeah, one day
I
we'll get out of here.
Yeah, I expected a lot of things, but getting Sasha into the body of the Babbler monster, and that was something were the things I definitely didn't expect at all.
Either way, my only plans are spending the rest of my time with this new group, just teaching them things I know, and then I'll be ready to leave.
While the knife juggler is still just throwing knives everywhere.
Yeah, like how long is
He's
40
defending the lake.
so how many? It's 40 million?
Yeah, 40 million.
So, what's the new death toll?
So
I think it
that
takes him like 2 seconds per knife.
okay, so 80 million seconds. Let's see what that converts to. So it'll take 2 years and a half.
They got time to repopulate.
Some say he's still throwing knives to this day. Yeah, it's only been 2 days.
Like every
It's
year,
going to
they gain
take-
4 million.
923.15 days.
Yeah, it's 2 years and a half.
Yeah.
The remaining people repopulate at 4 million every year.
That's true. They do have a weird like population thing going on if they need to like sacrifice so many people every year. So it's
But they-
kind of
but they-
gonna make an equilibrium.
Yeah. Yeah, because
So,
they
like-
repopulate to kill them all. That is the balance that they have struck.
So,
We've
so,
we've replaced prejudiced killing with unprejudiced killing.
yeah, systematic instead. I mean, it looks gross, but technically speaking, this is necessary.
I'm saving them.
They're still going to have overpopulation issues.
But it's gonna help a little bit. So that's why Winnie needs to teach them to be able to do the same thing so they can restart the ritual every time it runs out. Every
No,
2
Winnie
and a
just
half
come-
years.
Winnie just comes back every like 3 years. More fish.
Every time a new one is born, Knife Juggler throws another knife.
Oh, there we go. That's how.
So Knife Juggler had become Death Destroyer of Worlds.
The old gods grant him his knives.
Unless someone can manage to kill him.
No more apples.
Except if he dies, it's going to be accidental because no one can attack him.
Yeah.
He throws a knife at himself.
Please, no more.
My hands, they move on their own.
So we've got Knife Juggler throwing knives for 2.5 years. Or until he starves to death, more likely.
He can eat
Or
and throw.
freezes to death.
They can still move around and do stuff. It's just that knives keep being flung.
Well, actually, it doesn't even matter because he can't die until the turn's over.
That's true.
So he's just like a starved corpse, moving.
So 2.5 years of knife throwing, and then he dies.
What's his epitaph gonna be?
Put this apple on your head.
Because he just keeps repeating that constantly.
No, I think his epitaph would be Alafuse, no more apples.
Let me go see what Knife Juggler's die sound was.
Isn't just yeah.
I think it's like,
Probably.
Yeah.
That's his epitaph then. How do you spell it?
It's oh no.
So 2.5 years of knife throwing. Oh no, dies.
Hey, catch! This is a text sound.
Hey, catch. Hey, catch. Hey, catch.
But his triggered ability doesn't activate that.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we officially ending or doing our wrap up stuff.
So, let's see what this would have been. So, you still, despite having done all that you've done, have not actually accomplished anything.
I
Nope.
accomplished something.
Well, it's a personal thing. It's not a group story thing.
Yeah, Winnie did accomplish a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
So it counts.
It's kind of
So,
weird.
Does
How's
this get to
symbol
be
impressive?
significant?
Fair, I think I found an
3,642.
appropriate animation.
Like, this new
Oh,
number of
I'll call
followers seems
today
significant to me.
significant.
So what does significant do for us?
I always forget. I
Yeah,
pinned
we've
it,
been
but now
the
it's getting a bit
mild,
buried.
minor milestone, but not a significant milestone, I think.
You gain 1 skill point.
Oh.
Wow, really?
Yes. If you have a severe consequence, you can rename it to begin the recovery process, if you haven't
Nice.
already.
Recovering. On my large metal pole through stump.
Your flesh begins to grow over the prosthetic.
Basically, yeah, body's accepting it.
As well as a minor milestone. And moderate consequences start recovering too.
Well, so if it was healing, what happens with it?
That is the same thing.
Okay.
So, it has already.
Yeah. So if you do spar with, well, actually, you don't have the Babel monster to spar with now. But if you did, you would have your mild and moderate.
And I believe
Healed by
the
that.
mild is gone by now.
Alright, so mild is gone and moderate is gone. Nice.
No, the moderate's not gone.
So it was healing,
Not-
so what's happening with it? It's now mild?
So, around the same time next session, I believe, is when that goes away.
Yeah, so moderate lasts basically 2 sessions. Around.
Oh, I see. Alright.
1 full session after healing.
Alright. Okay, now basically have the severe and moderate gone at the same time? If they're both healing right now?
Severe is scenario, which would be when we leave the planet.
I'm gonna note that down in my thing. So
Yeah, it seems
But it would
that's some
be-
scenario.
This time, next scenario.
so,
So after
yeah.
2 days of being on the next planet, it will heal.
2 days
Yeah, that
on
should
next
be-
scenario. All right,
that should be
and
written
here I'm
down.
gonna put 5 p.m. next session for my moderates.
Well, we did the healing roll way earlier.
Yeah,
That's true. Around like 3:30, I think. Does that make sense?
maybe?
3.
Let's go back through the recording and find it.
We have to be precise.
And you get your standard one of the minor milestone things. Which I will copy paste yet again.
And now we have to roll 3,642 to see which people I got.
I'm gonna rename my missing right leg to plus living leg.
They all ran away from the person wildly throwing knives everywhere.
Well, you sure showed them, Winnie.
They'll come back when he's done. We'll just have our meeting away from him.
Yeah, roll a d3642 to see how many come back.
That's a weird number of sides for a die.
I mean, well, yes.
Why
Most
not?
of them.
Okay, you found yourself some loyal potential followers.
It's like, yeah, your knife juggler's like killing everyone, but it's a lot of fish. That's nearly
So
40
they're-
million fish.
So they're more
Now there's
hungry
extra.
than scared.
I get
good.
that.
I mean, we'll work on housing in the next days.
Alright, and what is Paulina's skill point going towards?
That's a good question.
So we're back
oh.
to the same question we had at the beginning. What
No.
do we do with that one other
Bring
skill
craft
point?
up 1. Bring craft up 1.
Yes, I think
I-
that would be a good idea.
I'm doing it
Or
right now.
contacts, or
You did
shoot.
it.
I think shoot would be. No, you know what? Craft, fine.
If we're gonna have her build stuff in the future, it's good to
Yes,
be there.
yes, Strike. I think you can because using a skill point and using using the minor milestone part, which is swapping the skills, are separate actions. So yes, you can do that all at the same time. I think.
Unless it would unbalance your pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah, it still need to hold. Still need to stand.
Question.
Yeah, if
What
you...
do I? What
Okay,
do,
this is
what-
afterwards? Then yeah, that works.
Yeah. Question: what do I do with the skill point now? Now that Sasha is in this body.
You've got a skill point for your new body. This is who you are now. You can improve fighter will, you can get a new +1, or are those your options? Or you can save it.
Yeah, I'm saving it.
It's a good thing we have 2 good magic users in the party.
Yeah, I'm sure someone would very easily be able to reverse the process.
And I'm sure that maybe when we leave this planet and the time for the temporary mind swipe runs out, this reverses on its own. Let's see about that first.
I mean, still got. Assuming this ends the second day, we still got 5 days left to loaf around.
Well, I mean, we cannot leave the planet just yet, anyway.
Right. So, might as well let people try to reverse the mind swap can happen.
I mean, let's try reversing the mind swap after the time runs out, because... Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Meantime,
see
in the
why,
meantime,
but
might as well-
okay.
In the meantime, might as well enjoy my new body, because I can punch things, and I'm apparently contortionist. So, yeah.
Alright, and with that,
What have
I'm
I
going
done?
to. I'm going to end the
No,
stream here.
seriously, in and out of character, what have I done?
You've become a monster.
Thank you very much, Fuse. That was really reassuring.
Well, see y'all next time.
Yeah, there.